The average home in Austin is sitting on the market for 67 days right now, and sellers are closing at 94.3 cents on the dollar. That's the market average, but I've seen homes move in 2 weeks at full price, and I've seen homes sit for 6 months and never sell. The difference almost always comes down to three things. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what they are. I'm Jordan Moorhead with the Moorhead team at Keller Williams Realty, and we sell a lot of homes here in Austin. We're active investors ourselves. We'll do 100 transactions this year, and we're going to walk through the real data on what's working for the sellers we're seeing be successful right now. Let me give you the actual numbers first, because a lot of sellers are either overestimating or underestimating what this market will do. Our active listings here are at 11,592, but that's actually down 15% from a year ago. Fewer competing listings than a year ago in 2025, and that's good for sellers. New listings are also down 6.7%. The sellers who are listing right now have less competition than they did 12 months ago. At the same time, pending sales are up 15.4% year over year. Buyer activity is picking up. The market is not dead. It's actually moving more than the headline suggests. But here's the other side. Homes are averaging 67 days on the market. Close to list price is 94.3%. That means if you price wrong, even a little bit, or present poorly, you will sit. Buyers have tons of options. And the longer you sit, the more your negotiating power weakens. Sellers who do this right are still moving quickly. Sellers who don't are either cutting price or pulling the listing altogether and not selling. This is the most common mistake I see, and it's expensive. Sellers who bought or last thought about their home's value in 2021 or 2022 are anchoring to a price that no longer exists. Austin's median is 440,000 today. At the peak, it was 550,000. That's a real correction. And buyers have access to that data. You need comps from the last 60 to 90 days ago within your specific submarket for homes of similar size, condition, and location, not stuff that sold last year or a year before that. Not what your neighbor got in 2022. The data from 60 to 90 days ago is what the buyer's agent is going to pull when they're evaluating your home, and that's what matters. Price within 1 to 2% of these comps, and your listing has a shot. Price 5 to 10% above them, and it's going to sit. Buyers aren't even going to look at it. You're going to take a price reduction. Buyers are going to ask what's wrong with it then. Over 95% of their buyers start their search online. So your listing photos are your first showing. If they're dark, shot with a phone, or missing key rooms, buyers swipe past and move on to the next listing. It's that simple. Professional real estate photography in Austin runs a few $100s. On a $440,000 home, that's less than 0.1% of your sale price, and it directly affects how many showings you get and what those buyers offer. The good news is my team covers all that for our clients. We require professional photography on every listing we take. It's not optional. It's always worth it. We spend the money and we help your home sell for more money. If your property has an ADU, a great backyard, a renovated kitchen, those things will only help you if the photos actually show them well. Buyers today are more cautious than they were in 2021 or 2022. They're doing full inspections. They're not waiving anything. They're not doing appraisal waivers. They're not waiving inspections. And when an inspector finds a list of deferred maintenance items, that leaky faucet, that cracked outlet cover, HVAC filter that hasn't been changed in years, they're going to use all of that against you. They're going to use all of it to negotiate you down. Walk through your home with a fresh pair of eyes, have a friend or family member or your agent come through with you and do a pre-listing walkthrough. Fix all of the small stuff. Don't leave any of it for later. Deep clean everything, replace all those light bulbs. Those are $200 to $500 investments that prevent $3,000 to $5,000 in negotiating credits and help your home even get sold at all. The math is simple. List on a Wednesday or Thursday so you have a full weekend of showings before your first weekend on the market. And you're going to be happy you did because buyers browse Thursday and Friday night, tour Saturday and Sunday. If you go live on a Monday, you miss that first weekend entirely. And that's also when you want to get those open houses in. Also, active listings in the Austin area are down 15% from last year. That means right now is actually a less crowded time than to list in 2025. You've been waiting. You're competing with fewer other sellers today than you were 12 months ago. When an offer comes in, make sure you respond quickly. Respond within 24 hours at the absolute longest. I've seen sellers lose out on good buyers here recently by taking too long to respond. Buyers move on, you get cold feet, they find a different listing, they start looking at all the other homes on the market. Their agent starts sending them alternatives because they don't want to lose the sale. The buyer who made this offer is the most motivated they'll ever be in the first couple hours there. Before you list, sit down with your agent and get clear on a couple priorities here. What price, what closing date, what terms matter to you? Make sure your price is realistic. Then when that offer comes in, you know what you're looking for. You know what meets all those terms. Take it quickly. Don't sit around and think about it. If you're ready to make a decision based on your predetermined criteria, you don't have to think about it. You don't have to talk with your spouse. You don't have to talk with your business partner. You just really want to make sure you can move quickly and strike while the iron's hot. Selling in Austin in 2026 is absolutely doable. For the well-prepared sellers, the conditions are better than you might think. Less competition, more active buyers than a year ago, but the market doesn't reward wishful pricing or lazy presentation anymore. You have to come in and it has to be perfect. It has to be priced very well. If you want to know what your Austin home is actually worth in today's market, not what Zillow says, real comps, reach out to us. Book a free strategy call with my team in the link below. We'll pull the actual data for your neighborhood and we'll tell you the honest truth. Drop a comment here, y'all. Are you thinking about selling in 2026? I read every reply. Subscribe for weekly Austin real estate news, and I'll see you on the next video.